What up, though? What up, though? Don't stay in the window. Come outside with the shooters. I see. Who that?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tony Television Show. If you have not subscribed and you are new to my channel, please be sure to subscribe right now and go ahead and leave your comments after the video. Look, this particular video, I couldn't even watch it, okay? I couldn't even watch it from the beginning to the end because what I see in this video is mental health issues, okay? This is definitely mental health issues. Now, if you don't know who I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who goes by the name of Hassan Campbell from South Bronx, BRONX RIVER, and I'm familiar with his content. I subscribed to him a few years ago. I used to watch him weekly at one time, and then I caught on to the mental health issues and said, hey, the brother needs some help. Now, if you don't know about his content, usually when a rapper dies or passes away, or is killed, should I say, he goes live and he says the rapper got their snot box rocked, got their TV turned off, got their cable clipped, things like that, right? It's kind of a poke at the bear or the elephant in the room. So a lot of people are saying that this particular situation is his karma, okay? He deserves it. This is what he had coming to him and things like that. Here's my assessment. Number one, no one deserves it, right? Not the rappers, not the youth that it's happening to every day, not the people across seas. No one deserves it. That's first of all, okay? Second of all, the man has mental health issues. Now, the problem when I started to watch his content was this. It comes off as if he wants to, free the youth of their way of thinking, so to speak. To think more outside the box instead of just thinking like a rapper or entertainer, because he really goes at the rappers and entertainers for lack of positive message. And where he lost me at was, if this is your message, I'm one who believes that whatever your primary message is, it's something that you should be trying to play out, okay? You can't tell me about math all day long, and then when it comes time to solve a math equation, you don't want to do it. And that's what I got from him, okay? You preaching to the youth, and this is when I realized, okay, there's some mental health issues here, because his message is strong. I just got to give it to him. His message is strong. Sometimes it comes off a little left field when he's drinking or whatever have you, but his message is usually strong. But once again, the problem is when you're telling the kids to get out of the ghetto and to be better than rappers and to go and get an education, and then you go to the ghetto, go live, and start screaming and yelling and doing what you're telling them not to do, it takes away all of your credibility. People at that point, I don't want to hear the message anymore, okay? Because now we're questioning, is the message genuine? My assessment would be this, okay? Poppy from the Bronx. Look, I think we all know that if you know him or his situation, that is he capable of getting violent? Yes, he has a history of it. Is he capable of, just blacking out and taking the high risk road in order to get his message across? Yes, he has a history of it. So that's not to be doubted. But the left field part for me as a black male comes when how old or at what threshold, what age and stage do you stop it, right? What age and stage do you say, man, I don't care what they saying down there in the hood about me. I'm not about to let them have it. See, the thing about the streets is this, ladies and gentlemen, the streets are generational, you know? At one time, Tookie ran the whole area of the Crips. And then at another time, Big U ran the whole area of the Crips. And then at another time, the 60s we're talking. And then at another time, I believe Nipsey was on his way up to run. It's generational, right? So as older guys, right, and I'm an older man, and this is where I had to check myself in like my mid-30s. And as you get older, you forget that it's a generational thing. Whatever you did 10, 20 years ago does not comply with what the young boys are doing today. They can care less. It does not matter what you did 20. It just doesn't. If you recall, if anyone's ever been on the streets, anyone, if you recall when you were out there at one time, you could give a damn what your uncle and them did in regards to you handling your business. Of course you respected the work they put in. My uncle put in a lot of work in a few states, and so you respected the work, but it didn't make you stop moving forward with what you felt you had to do. That's just the truth to it. So when you have these young boys out here and you're in front of their projects and you're screaming and they're getting frustrated, you're not gonna stop them from doing what they feel they have to do. Okay? I've been shot. I got shot at 17. I've done my fair share of shooting. Okay? Rivalries, wars, all kinds of stuff. But this was all done in my teens. By the time I reached 2021, I was in Atlanta going to college, community bullshit college. But hey, because I got my GED in jail, I didn't get a high school diploma. But I was going and I was trying and I was changing. Okay? And it was hard at 21 to stay away from my community because I already know the amount of dirt I did there and my friends, how, people don't forget those things. Let's just say that, right? So I stayed in Atlanta, but even in Atlanta, especially at 21 coming from the hood, I wanted to go to the hood in Atlanta, and I did that, right? And I had fun down there, but it was an entirely different hood from where I was from, so I was okay with it. But I had to get to an age and stage where going to anyone's hood, including mine, wasn't cool anymore, okay? If I go to the hood now, I want to benefit the hood in some kind of a way. I'm definitely not going to hang out. I'm not going to do that. If I go, I'm trying to give away something. I'm trying to help somebody. I'm going, for family purposes. I'm not going to hang out, nor to explain myself, because you have to remember where you come from. The streets are generational. You ran it at one time, but somebody's running shit now. And these young boys, the same as they said about us at our time, okay? The way we started popping guns in the 90s, they wasn't popping them like that in the 80s. They was stabbing still, and a few guns would come out, 38 specials and shit like that. But around the 90s is when the 380s and the 32s and the 9mm became a thing. The trigger guts, no heart, I believe Spice One came out with and that was the time, okay? And then, we was the young boys that was crazy at the time. So if you can recall that time, if you've been through something like that, like Poppy Hassan Campbell, then you should be able to understand that today's modern young boy is you times 2. Okay? You have these cameras out here, they can't do things the way we used to do things. And I don't mean violently, I mean getting money. Let's just say that, getting money. The projects was lit with niggas getting money because there wasn't no cameras. So if no one didn't tell, they assumed and they heard, but they didn't know for sure until they caught you with it, okay? Now, cameras are everywhere. These little young niggas can't get money out there like that no more. Okay, they got their computer thing going on, but you just have to respect that your time running the streets, I want to say, like being the man in the streets, is up. It's over. It's over, brother. Okay. When I go back to the hood, I haven't been back in years, but sometimes I go back to speak, family. But when I go back, I definitely don't go stand on a corner store. I don't do it, okay? It's the same spot where a lot of shootings occurred when I was younger. Guess what? A lot of shootings are still happening in that same spot. A lot of kids are still hanging out there. That's the store everyone prefers to pull up to in the hood, where the shootings and shit, it hasn't changed. So when I look at this man, I say, what is he trying to prove? Okay, there's some mental health issues there. There's definitely some mental health issues there for an older man to even be in the age or stage of a place mentally when you have a beautiful home and a family and you're going to the hood in order to try to prove to anyone, especially online, that you're official. Okay? It's just, listen, if they don't believe it, so what? Who cares? And why even promote that is cool? Because it's not. Let me tell y'all, if there's any kids listening, selling guns, none of that is cool. None of that. I wish I was not a convicted felon. I don't have the right to bear arms anymore legally. I don't. And I wish that wasn't so, because this is America. This is America. So you want to take advantage of the positive things that they have laid out for you but I understand the culture, okay? Wanting the hood, I run the hood, and everything else comes with that, right? The king of New York, if you're the king of New York, everything comes with that, right? Listen, Poppy from the Bronx, no one wants to see you die. No one wants to see you hurt. Well, at least I don't, okay? Your message is strong. Continue if you can. No one knows his condition, or if he really actually got shot. We all assume he did, but if you did, hopefully you pulled through. And continue with your message, brother, from home with your beautiful family and your daughters. Let the hood is gonna be the hood. You can't, like they say, the internet is undefeated. The hood is undefeated, brother. The only time you have a chance to defeat the hood is when you're young and you're out there and you have a kill or be killed mentality. And and that shit is like a 50-50. You can defeat it and end up on top, but that top is very, very, very short-lived. Or you could say, listen, man, I can't defeat the hood. Take your little slice of the pie from the hood, like everybody does. Take your little slice of the pie and move on. And let the next generation that's growing up in that hood have it, okay? Anyways, it's your boy. I'm gone.